Chapter 4. Business rules that incorporate those around you. You have family and friends, but this does not mean that your finances should not take into consideration the impact they have in your life. You must understand how to balance your personal needs with those of the people around you without it aggravating your financial situation. Rule number 21. Do not be materialistic. Financial success is achieved by those who are not materialistic and approach life in a very straightforward manner. By being materialistic, you place value in several unnecessary things that you can do without, but see more importance because it improves your status in society. For instance, a materialistic person will rent out an expensive apartment for twice what they should be paying simply to impress their friends. Similarly, they are likely to purchase very expensive clothes and stand out from a crowd simply to look nice in the eyes of their friends. Financial success comes to those people who are much more reasonable with themselves and understand the most fundamental things in their lives. They are prepared to sacrifice a little comfort for them to ensure that they live a normal life that is well within their means. There is a surprising number of people who are materialistic, whether they know it or not, and this is responsible for their financial situation. If you truly want to have financial success in your life, you should seriously consider living in the cheapest possible way. Several wealthy people across the world live extremely simple lives despite their status. These are the people you should be borrowing a leaf from, such as Warren Buffett. He still drives a cheap car he bought years ago despite his ability to afford the most expensive cars on the market. If you approach your living conditions without worrying too much about what people around you will say, you'll be in a better position to achieve financial success. Most of the pleasurable things you aspire in your life are unnecessary if you sit down and think about it. Rule number 22. Do not make impulsive decisions. Some people are prone to poor decision-making, and it is simply because they do not take the time to think about the choices they make. For instance, when choosing credit facilities from a financial institution, it is necessary to select the one that is the cheapest and most convenient for you. Most people ignore doing crucial research that is necessary for identifying what they need in their lives. If they do not collect the required information in advance, they are prone to making bad mistakes that alter their financial position because it removes money from their pockets. If you want to achieve financial success, you must be very wary of making impulse decisions. Sometimes this happens as a result of emotions where individuals can be in an elated mood and end up purchasing a bunch of things that they do not need. If this habit is repetitive, they'll eventually incur serious losses down the road. People also make impulse decisions when they're sad or angry. They must take note of their decisions when they are in such a state of mind because they end up entering into a routine of purchasing that is highly unnecessary and results in them having less money in their pockets. To be financially successful and develop the appropriate mindset, you must be wary of the decisions you make in your life because they will change your affordability of most items. Keep in mind that when making decisions, always consider what you need in your life. If you have a problem with impulse decisions, you can ask close friends and even family members help you address this problem. You'll discover that as long as you can control the aspects of your life that affect your decision-making, then you're in a position to control your finances. Rule number 23. Never be afraid to ask for help. Some people fail to realize that their close friends, family members, and even work colleagues have a significant impact on their financial situation as long as they help. Never be afraid of soliciting assistance from the right people because they will always be open to money-making opportunities that are mutually beneficial. The people around you can incredibly offer you a hand. If you want to invest, they can be your silent shareholders. They can also offer you a hand in running the affairs of such an enterprise. Do not underestimate the assistance you can get from people close to you because they can help you turn around your financial situation in a big way. You'd be surprised by the type of assistance you can get from caring friends because they will help you turn things around. When you seek assistance, try to find value from every person you meet and never underestimate the advice they give you. The people around you had different experiences about managing your finances, and hearing out what they have to say is important. Financial success is inevitable when you have the people around working in unison towards the common goal of attaining financial freedom. The atmosphere created by those seeking a common goal encourages the rest toward adopting a lifestyle that will guide them to their objectives. Do not rule out like-minded family members, because sometimes doing business with family members can be disadvantageous. But the fact remains that getting assistance to build your wealth is something that should be on your mind, as it will make all the difference at the end of the day. Rule number 24, always meditate. Just because you're chasing after money and become financially successful does not mean that you should not take care of yourself. One of the best ways of taking care of yourself and ensuring that you're in the right state of mind is to handle your financial ambitions is by meditating. This is important because it allows you to have a vision of the world than what you would expect and allows you to think more intensely than you would normally would. Meditation is very good for the brain, particularly if you're involved in a creativity-intense profession. When you approach the different challenges involved with raising enough money to support your financial ambitions, you will soon discover that you can make credible decisions by relying on the results of your meditations. It allows you to think outside the box and become more creative. This is of particular advantage if your ambition is to start a business and you need to think hard about the most appropriate opportunity for you. Impulse thinkers are unable to make appropriate investment decisions because they make the wrong choices, thereby failing their business opportunities. However, for those who take the time to meditate, they can see the world in a whole different way. Meditation allows you to be at one with yourself, having the opportunity to truly contemplate what is important in your life and making the right financial decisions to support it. Financial success is achieved by those who value meditation and have adopted a routine to support it. This way, they think differently from everybody else and can make fundamental changes in their lives, such as expenditures that result in more money in their pockets. Rule number 25, taking breaks from work. All work and no play truly made Jack a dull boy. If you want to achieve financial success, manage your time effectively, but also recognize that your body needs sufficient rest. Some people take the expression that we should be working 24 hours a day too literally. You will not achieve financial success if you do not know when to take breaks and relax your body. You must rest if you truly want to be productive. This will make all the difference when you're trying to achieve a higher financial status within a given time frame. Some people underestimate the value of a holiday because they see it as a waste of time that could be spent generating more money. But the fact remains that we're not robots, and as long as we do not get the rest we require, we cannot work and produce to the maximum. This also applies to your employees. If you're running a business because there is no way your enterprise will succeed with fatigued colleagues, be generous about the amount of time you give them to rest, be with their families, and have some casual time to themselves. It is extremely important to value a good break because it relieves you of the pressure of your normal routine and allows you to recharge. When you rest, better business ideas can come to you, and you'll be in a much better position to produce even more efficiently than before. Even the wealthiest people in the world go for occasional holidays because they understand the importance of resting. They become financially successful because they can take their minds off of work for a while to become more productive when they start up again. In the same light, most people in the developed world do not use cash when they make a majority of their purchases. Credit cards and other forms of electronic payments have gained popularity in recent years, but what most people do not realize is that it slowly increases their debts. Charge card usage is perhaps the most expensive form of making payments of a regular interval time. This is because several high charges are likely to cripple you financially if you're not aware of the impact they are making on your overall finances. You must always look to clear your bills with cash because you can withdraw it all at once and use it on different expenses without incurring extra charges. Other forms of payment involve a third party that must benefit. so there are likely to be different types of charges levied on you. Using cash will improve your financial situation, although most people complain about having cash in their pocket tempts them into spending more habitually. It is important to have a sense of self-control of your finances, as this is the only way you'll manage to keep up with your regular obligations. Tips. For the rules to be justified, there are several things to observe. Believing in destiny. Some people fail to have any self-belief in themselves, instead opting to chalk down every bad event in their lives to destiny. According to them, most of the things that happen in their lives cannot be changed easily because it was meant to be. They do not believe that they can change some bad things that happen to them. This also applies to bad financial situations, where most people simply dismiss their lack of money of inevitability. According to them, it is foolish to go up against God, particularly if he has decided that you will not become rich and enjoy life as you should. This is a completely wrong way of approaching life, as well as the challenges that lay ahead of you, because any destiny that you see can be changed. Each of us has the power to change our futures, to be our fortune tellers, as long as we believe in our abilities to succeed. Do not take your own destiny too serious, because only a little hard work can change a disadvantageous position into a very advantageous one. Nothing is impossible if you set your heart and mind to do it, and this includes becoming rich even if you have lived a life of poverty. No job satisfaction. There is nothing more annoying than coming across that individual who does not enjoy what they are doing and is desperately trying to look for a way out. A surprisingly number of people have no job satisfaction and adopt the excuse that they're going to find a new job to turn around their lives. Anybody who does not enjoy what they can do cannot make money from such a venture in a comfortable manner. Chances are that those people who do not enjoy their jobs are not wealthy enough because their jobs only support their current expenses without any hope of enjoying increasingly income figures down the road. You cannot achieve success at something that your heart is not completely into. This also includes starting a business that you know nothing about or simply not interested in such a venture. You must have a sense of satisfaction for everything you do under the sun to be successful. Every wealthy person in the world, whether it is Jeff Bezos or Carlos Slim, loves doing what they do and would not give them up for other profitable ventures. All the activities that these individuals are associated with are closely related to their passions, and it ensures that they keep right at it. Avoiding your health. Some people fail to find the correlation between making money and having a healthy body. According to them, it is only possible to focus on one thing while the other has to be dealt with on a needs basis. If somebody is making money, there's no time to focus on their health. The above statement reflects the sentiments of most people out there because they believe that it is impossible to tend to your body hand in hand while you're handling a serious job. It is either they go to work or set apart some days to work on their fitness levels. The simple fact remains that it is possible to take care of yourself concurrently with your visits to your place of work. There's nothing difficult about waking up early to do exercise, ensuring that you're eating a balanced diet, and relaxing your body regularly after every single day of work. Spending too much time on the internet. If you find yourself spending too much time on the internet, chances are you do not have adequate time to focus on making money. The internet is very distracting, and once you start browsing, an entire day can disappear with you staring unproductively at a computer screen. Developing a financially successful mindset involves you not only looking at your expenditures, but also your passions. This is because there will be a source of distraction for you, and you will be unable to focus on what must be done. Keep in mind that the negative influences that the internet can have on you. This is particularly a problem when you take into consideration the role that social media plays in influencing our daily activities. Some people have thousands of friends of Facebook or Twitter, meaning that they spend so much time every day chatting and engaging in unproductive activities. The internet can easily lead to your downfall if you're not careful. Take note of its distraction influence and only chat for a couple of hours each week by designating a specific time for this. As long as you understand the distracting influence of the internet, you're in a position to guarantee your financial position.